we are now going to our third book out of our seventh book, and so we will start this, and we will take the blessings of our founder Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We pray to him to give us his blessing so that we can do justice to it. So the topic is yoga as rejected. In the Satyug, the process which was there was through the process of meditation. You must have heard, there were yogis who would meditate for thousands of years, tens of thousands of years. That was how it was done in the Satyug when people had a lot of long life. In Treta Yuga, they used to offer great sacrifices. You must have seen they would do a lot of yajna, Ashwamedha yajna, and lot of horse sacrifices, lot of, you know, things were done, a lot of, because all the samagris were there, they were available in purity. And during that time, you know, the pronunciation of the Sanskrit was also right. So they could, achieve through a lot of, offering of sacrifices, karma kand and all that. In Dwapar Yuga, which was just 5,500 years back, Lord Krishna had come. Their temple worship was supposed to be the paramount thing in terms of reaching the Almighty, even which is now also because we have just started our journey in the Kali Yuga. However, all of you know very clearly, the journey of the Kali Yuga is simply by the chanting of the Hare Nam. So Hare Nam is the way to reach the Lord. Arjun was such an intelligent man that he could understand Bhagavad Gita in 1 hour. Whereas at the present moment, great scholars cannot even understand it in the course of a lifetime, right? So I do not know when will I understand because every time I'm reading Bhagavad Gita, you know, every time I'm reading, I'm finding that every time I'm reading, every paragraph seems to be new to me. And every time I'm finding so many new things. So this is what Arjuna could understand in an hour's time. So we have to really work very hard on this, right? And seek the permission of the Almighty, seek the permission, the blessing of Krishna. Please enlighten me, please enlighten me. Because problem in Kali Yuga is our memory is very short, right? Our memory is very short. So that's how we forget. Arjuna said, mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. O Krishna, to subdue it is, it seems to me, more difficult than controlling the wind. So one of the devotees had asked a question, right? And this is the verse which is coming where I had shared that Prabhupada has put this and Bhagavad Gita is coming in 6.34. Arjuna himself had said that control mind is very difficult. So I had shared with you what is the process which you can follow. And it is a difficult process. It is not an easy process. But that is how we have to, because this entire, our soul has been hijacked by our mind. Our heart has to listen to the soul, but our heart is listening to the mind. And the mind or the brain is just a physical organ. Physical organ can go defective, na? Just like our eyes goes defective, right? So we wear a glasses, and our physical senses are very defective. When we see through a lens, we see differently. When we see through a microscope, the same thing is different. When we see through a telescope, same thing is different. When we see through an electron microscope, the same thing is different. What does it mean? It means all our senses are not perfect at all. Different instruments are showing us different things. So we are in a very, very big challenge. So what our mind, our brain is telling us could be totally be faulty. Because all our instruments are faulty, our brain itself is faulty. So it is important to read the scriptures, believe in the scriptures, and don't apply our mind other than some basic intelligence and follow. That is the shortest way to reach Krishna. Okay. Now, in this book, there are different chapters are there, and the first chapter is Yoga as rejected by Arjuna. Here, some of the important points which are coming up are Arjuna heard the explanation of the meditational system of yoga. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna had explained to him how to sit down, how to keep the body straight, how to keep the eyes half closed, how to gaze at the tip of the nose without diverting one attention. All this being done and should be done in a secluded place. All this was what Krishna had explained to Arjuna. Then Arjuna had said, I'm not able to control my mind. Arjuna had said in chapter 6.33, O Madhusudan, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and steady and unsteady. This is very, very important. This entire chapter 6, which Krishna has explained to him, Arjuna himself is saying that finding it very difficult. And that is one reason why Prabhupada has not attached much attention to the system of meditation. The system of meditation, various paramparas are following it. But try to understand, if Arjuna is himself is not able to follow the system of, you know, meditation, 5,500 years back, 5,400 years back. Do you think we are more intelligent than Arjuna? No. So we have to follow the system which has been given to us by the parampara of chanting, right? And the regulative principles. It is the nature of material world that we cannot be free from anxiety. And that anxiety they diverts our mind, and when it diverts our mind, we cannot meditate. Our dilemma is that we are always trying to make a solution of our problem. But this universe is so designed that these solutions never come. Today we are given a 10th examination, problem solved. Tomorrow, 11th examination, problem solved. Then 12th examination, again problem. Then graduation, again problem. One problem solved, another solution. Another problem solved, another problem. Another problem solved, another problem. Another problem solved, another problem. Non-stop. Non-stop nonsense. Non-stop nonsense because it is Dukhalaya. So it is a moving goalpost. It is a moving goalpost. You spend 10 years before you do your 10th class examination. You spend so much of time to get married, so much of money is spent. But does it lead to happiness? No. You have children, then again the problem is there, right? When children marriage, again a problem is there. Children job, again a problem is there. Our dilemma is that we are always trying to make a solution to a problem, but this universe is so designed that these solutions never come. This is Dukhalaya. Okay? Arjuna considered his mind to be like a great demon. Okay? Arjuna was praised by Krishna as the only man worthy of understanding Bhagavad Gita. What was Arjuna's great qualification? Shri Krishna says, you are my devotee. You are my very dear friend. So, Krishna says very clearly, this knowledge has not to be given to anybody else. If you are only having surrender, if you do not have a ego, then only you are eligible for this. If you are having ego, if you are not having surrender, then this knowledge is not for you. Okay? This knowledge is not for you. Are we to despair the mind ever being controlled? No, it cannot be controlled. And the process is this Krishna conscious. The mind must be fixed always in Krishna. In so far as the mind is absorbed in Krishna, it has attained the perfection of yoga. So, through Krishna Katha, listening to Krishna Katha, always understanding the presence of Krishna everywhere, seeing Krishna everywhere, reading Bhagavad Gita, reading the stories in Bhagavatam, being always involved in Utsav, being always involved in reading about the Leelas, always taking the name of Krishna, hearing the name of Krishna, is the process of meditation which has been given to us. Okay? In this age, that meditation system cannot be properly executed. Hence, the meditation system which can be executed has been given to us by Prabhupada. Instead, all the perfections of that system can be realized through Bhakti Yoga. What does it mean? It means you have to fall in love with Radha Krishna. Bhakti means love. Bhakti means prem. Bhakti means bhav. If bhav is not there, nothing is going to help. Ultimate objective is that bhav has to come from heart. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to cry. When he used to cry, his tears used to go to 1 meter, 1.5 meters. Just like that holy Pichkari. Our Goswamis, they used to cry, always crying. When can you cry? You can cry only when you have a soft heart. When you have a soft heart, what happens? Your heart becomes like a sponge. Sponge. When you press sponge, what happens? Water comes out. When you press the sponge, what happens? Water comes out. So when your heart becomes soft, then only the tears will come out. And our biggest problem, at least my biggest problem is, I hardly get tears in my eyes. So this is the problem. So we have to understand the ultimate goal. In Ramayana also, Lord Ram was asked, how do you know that a devotee is really pure? And Ram had said, one who is crying for me is my pure devotee. Likewise, our Goswamis, Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada, everybody has talked about prem. The sublime process of Krishna consciousness, especially mantra yoga, glorification of Shri Krishna through chanting, humility, are all stepping stones to basically reach into the prem bhav. Yoga is the second chapter. Yoga as work in devotion. In Krishna consciousness, one simply has to fight for Krishna, work for Krishna, eat for Krishna, sleep for Krishna, and dedicate all activities to Krishna. In this way, one becomes the highest yogi and the highest sannyasi. That is the secret. What I told you in the earlier book, the first book I told you, Then you have to, I told you, na, Krishna is there in the class, Radha Krishna is there. Because Prabhupada is saying that, na. I'm not saying that. Please read this one time, two times, three times. In Krishna consciousness, one simply has to fight for Krishna, work for Krishna, eat for Krishna, sleep for Krishna, dedicate all activities to Krishna. All activities means what? This activity dedicated to Krishna because Krishna is sitting here. When you take drinking water, offer it to Krishna. When you take it, eating, Krishna. Going to office, Krishna. Taking care of your wife, Krishna. Taking care of your husband, Krishna. Washing clothes, Krishna. Washing utensils, Krishna. Brushing your teeth, Krishna. Going for a haircut, Krishna. Watching the YouTube, Krishna. Dovetail every activity with Krishna as an offering to Krishna with prem bhav. Looking at your boss, Krishna, everywhere. Looking at a donkey, yes, Krishna is there in him also. Looking at a plant, yes, Krishna is there also. Looking at the dust, Krishna is there. The highest yogi and the highest sannyasi, that is the secret, what is being told by Prabhupada. This is what it is. This is where it is. That's what I was telling you. Every book has taken me at least 20, 25 hours to read. Then making a presentation has taken me at least an hour. And I am very, very thankful to all of you that you are giving the company, that I am sharing all this thing with you. And for Krishna, who is the voice, and I am listening to all this thing along with you. I am also a listener. The voice is of Krishna, the voice is of Prabhupada. Krishna proclaimed Arjuna to be the highest yogi because you are always thinking of me. You are always thinking of me. What did Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? You are the highest yogi because you are always thinking of me. Thinking of Krishna is the essence of all yoga systems, right? Hatha yoga, karma yoga, dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga, or any other system of yoga, sacrifice or purity, right? That's the beauty. It's been told to us so simply. The actual perfection of human life lies in being always Krishna conscious and always being aware of Krishna while performing all types of activities. Now, how many times, in how many words can Prabhupada tell us the secret? Plus, he's saying all this has to be done with Prem Bhav, right? That is also very important. But sometimes Krishna is he's so merciful. He's so merciful that he gives Sadgati to Ravan also. He gives Sadgati to Kans also because they are always thinking of him all the time, na? To Putna also thinking of Krishna all the time, na? Even if they are not having prem bhav. But point of the matter is, if our Guru Maharaj, our parampara is saying prem bhav, then we have to follow, na? Because they are only going to take us back to Godhead, na? They are only booking our ticket for Pushpak Viman to take us, na? Right? This is where it is. Real yogi has, now this is very important. Yogi has no desire other than Krishna. And Krishna is already there. Look at this. Real yogi has no desire other than Krishna. And what is Prabhu saying? Pad is saying? Krishna is already there. Our problem is that everybody is saying, I want to find God, I want to reach God. When will God come up in front of me? Prabhupada is saying, Krishna is already there. We are wearing the wrong mindset. We are wearing this wrong mindset. This is defective. Hence, we are not able to see. Prabhupada says, He's already there. I hope you are understanding and you're getting that God realization. Right? Next is yoga as work in devotion. Krishna says that the actual yogi is he who has surrendered himself fully onto me. है ना? 18.66 of the Bhagavad Gita. है ना? Leave all kinds of religion and surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. 6.2. What is called renunciation is the same as yoga, or linking oneself with the Supreme. For no one can become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. We have already discussed this at length, because if you have desire, Krishna will fulfill it. It may take you 500 births, it may take you 10,000 births, but Krishna will fulfill it. You are stuck. So, renounce the desire for sense gratification. In Bhagavad Gita, there are three basic types of yoga delineated: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. And it's said very clearly, it can be said like a staircase, like a CD. Karma Yoga below, Jnana Yoga above, Bhakti Yoga. And Prabhupada told us very clearly, take the shortcut. Why are you going in a stair? Take a lift. Go and go straight to Bhakti Yoga. Krishna tells Arjuna that he must understand that sannyas and yoga are the same, because without being freed from desire and sense gratification, one can become neither a yogi or a sannyasi. So here, sense gratification has been considered as a stumbling block. And I already told you why sense gratification, because sense gratification is linked to material things. Na? Material thing is a different frequency. Reality is a different frequency. Right? If you want to catch the right frequency, as I told you, then you have to take the right instrument. Na? तो मटेरियल फ्रीक्वेंसी में रहोगे तो मटेरियल फ्रीक्वेंसी में we have to come back. If you go to spiritual frequency, then you will get to the spiritual planet. That is where it is. So it is, that is what it is. Prabhupada said in his letter on 14 September 1959 to Sattva Swarup, we have to work sincerely, and because Krishna is in everyone's heart, there will be no difficulty to have the necessary facilities. Prabhupada is encouraging us that Krishna is as close to us as it is in our heart. And to reach Krishna, he says, will not be difficult. Okay, he is encouraging us. So, preliminary stage, one is advised to always work for Krishna. One must be always searching out some duty or some engagement, for it is a bad policy to remain idle for even a second, right? Is the stage of real happiness. Constant engagement for Krishna and spreading Krishna consciousness around the world, as Prabhupada said, will give us real happiness. And you will never feel tired also. Prabhupada said this very clearly. Okay? So, today we will do only till here. I will request all of you to share if there is any question which you have, because we have done almost 2.5 books today. Gauri Tyagi Mataji, you have any question? Yeah, you have got Krishna Bandhu. Nikhil Kanodia. Yes, please unmute him so that we can hear him. His question. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you unmute him? Krishna Bandhu. Yeah, thank you
Hare
so
Krishna,
much. Yeah,
Prabhuji.
please.
Am I audible?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, you're audible.
Prabhuji, first of all, thank you so much for summarizing these two small books and giving us the thrust, the important things that we should know. So, my question is, during the last 2.5 hours, you have many times repeated the word bhav. We all know what, ऊपर ऊपर से we all know that bhav means feeling. But what is real bhav? And as a sadhak, beginner sadhak, how should we cultivate that? Because when we enter into the bhakti, we have little, some bhav, but because of some lack of sadhana or material contamination, we sometimes we lose that little uh, bhav also. So how do bring that bhav and with more intense bhav also? So how can we cultivate that? Thank you.
Very, very powerful question. Very, very nice question. I really respect that question. Look, Prabhu, if you go to the poems which has been written in our parampara by our acharya, right? Number one, you will see the bhav is there. In October, now is August, so after 2 months, we are going to be doing 3 day session on the appreciation of the poems of our acharya. So in that we will be basically spending all the time on the bhav. So that is one thing which you need to do, number one. Number two, you need to read the life story of the Acharya, the life stories of the Goswamis, right? In detail. What type of life they have spent, what type of bhav they were having, and what type of interaction they were having with Radha Shyam Sundar. How the Goswamis were interacting with Krishna, with Radharani. Those bhavs which are there. And then reading Bhagavad Mahapuran, the Leelas of Krishna, reading them slowly, slowly, the heart will automatically will get cleansed. And then this will happen. And as Prabhupada said, chanting and being conscious about our chanting will purify our heart. Purification of the heart makes the heart softer. When it becomes softer, our humility increases, right? And then that bhav automatically starts happening. So, and the most important thing is you're talking to Krishna and Radha Krishna and praying to them, कि please, 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 please allow Prem Bhav to come into it. Because without their permission, the Prem Bhav cannot. Their permission is something which is absolutely integral. Without their permission, it will not happen. So let me tell you, this is the most important thing, plus other things we have to do. So I hope you have been able to give that answer. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Very, very good question you had asked. Yeah, Jay Prakash from Raipur. Yeah. Mataji, please unmute him. Yeah,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Danda Pranam.
Then look.
Prabhuji, in some of the points we have heard that we always hanker to find solutions, but universe is designed in such a way that the solution will never come. It is like a moving goalpost. Now, if the universe is like a moving goalpost, how do we justify being involved in the karma yoga? I understand some parts of it, but I want to explain it to others more. So that is why I've been asking this question to you.
Very nice. Good question. Prabhu, this is word of Prabhupada. whereby he has quantified this so that we get the gravity of the whole. This entire universe, whatever you are seeing, as per the Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, whatever you are able to see, this entire universe and millions of universe is approximately 1/3 of the entire creation. The remaining 2/3 is the spiritual creation, right? So there is an explanation which is given in Bhagavad Mahapuran very clearly. There are various planets where there is a continuous rains of diamonds, continuous rain of gold, right? Right? And those things are there. And so Prabhupada is saying very clearly it is a continuously shifting goalpost and it is a continuous dukhalya. And the way to basically beat it is to change the frequency. Get into spiritual consciousness, get into soul consciousness, understand who I am. I am a soul, right? And my relationship is with nobody else other than Krishna. That's it. My relationship is with Radha Krishna. Everything else is temporary. It is not false, but it is temporary. So whatever is temporary, you dovetail all your activities, continue, and then do seva to all of them by seeing Krishna in all of them, by seeing Krishna in every activity, right? So you will be in a position to spiritualize everything. You will be able to spiritualize everything. You will change the wavelength, right? And from material wavelength, you will be able to make it just like I gave that example which Prabhupada had given. Iron is iron, right? So our material world is like iron. But once iron is put in the fire, it becomes fire. But it remains iron only, no? But it is fire now, right? Similarly, the material world is like iron, but your way of looking at it now, started looking at it from a spiritual angle. You are looking at Krishna everywhere. So you have changed that wavelength and now you're seeing in spiritual. So now that has become fire. Now that has become spiritualized. So you are practicing, practicing, practicing. And then slowly, slowly the bhav is also coming. So you're saying, Krishna, I can see you everywhere. Krishna, now you have started talking to me. Krishna, you're responding to me. Krishna, please go to sleep. Krishna, you must be tired. You love me so much, Krishna. You take care of me so much, Krishna. That is how it is going to be. And it will happen. The mercy of our parampara is so much. In the Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada says, Krishna says that if somebody is not really interested in this knowledge, you don't give him that knowledge. But in the purport, Prabhupada is saying that the Vaishnava is so merciful that despite of the fact that that person is having ego, the Vaishnava still tries to help him to get Krishna conscious. This is where I hope you liked it and you were satisfied. Jaya Prakash, very nice question. Hare Krishna. Then I think there are no more questions today. So we will continue tomorrow at 6:30 at the same time. And happy uh, Republic Independence Day tomorrow to all of you. And continue to do your seva to Bharat Bhumi. We are all very lucky to be born in this land where Mahaprabhu and all Krishna has always come here, right? All the avatars have come. We have to be grateful. So, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, devotee, for being there and this journey which we are doing together. And thanks, Radha Krishna, for also being there and guiding us in this entire discussion. And all. Right. Is religion in a way is you can say is a bit lower version as compared to dharma. Dharma is something which is the truth. So, so dharma is something which is like spiritual,
Yes.
right? spiritual, right? When you are in touch with the spiritual power, right?
Yes.
And when you put any color to that spirituality and you become more on the ritualistic side, or you try to say, okay, look, I am a Christian, I am a Muslim, I am a Hindu, then it becomes in the color of religion. While
Okay.
dharma is when it is what Almighty is. Almighty never made his religion. Like Guru Nanak was not a Sikh, right? Krishna was
Yes.
not a Hindu, right? Muhammad
Yes.
Prophet was not a Muslim, right? Jesus Christ was not a Christian. So these have become religion.
Okay.
So Lord contemplated it, and that's how in 18.66 he says this. He knew that my friends are going to play mischief and they'll be very funny. So he said, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. So he doesn't even talk of anything. He says, just surrender unto me, and I shall absolve you of all sinful creation. Because the world is very complicated, and we have only very small lifetime, and in that entire lifetime, 90% we are sleeping only. And so Krishna has given very clear instructions. Very, very pertinent, very, very powerful question which you have asked, Mataji, and I am very thankful and grateful to you. For the benefit
Correct.
of everybody, Arjuna had asked so many questions. Likewise, for the benefit of all of us, you have asked this question.
Yeah.
And as
Hare
I
Krishna.
shared with you, Krishna and Radha Krishna are personally present in this because this is Krishna Katha going on. And wherever
Yes.
Krishna Katha is going on, Radha Krishna are definitely there. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
My
Krishna.
humble.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Anybody else has any question before we start? I'll really encourage. Akshay Mataji, you have any questions? Anybody else has any questions? Asking a question is the right state of mind. If somebody is not asking a question, it is written in the Bhagavad Mahapuran that he is realized now. He has got mukti. So that is the reason why entire Bhagavad Mahapuran, Parikshit is asking question, till there are no more questions and he has got. Likewise, Arjuna is asking question. Second Puran, all question. So if you are not asking questions, there is only one possibility, or rather two possibilities, that you are not on the road to realization at all, or you have got realization. So please be very careful about this point. So please make it a point to ask questions, right? Because whenever you're asking questions, as I said, I'm not answering them, right? I'm just a medium, right? And the knowledge of Krishna is coming to you. Knowledge of Prabhupada is coming to you. And I myself am getting opportunity to hear that. Okay? So please be interactive. Please make it a point to ask. Now we will move ahead. In this age of quarrel and disagreement, which is known as Kali Yuga, there is no other way of spiritual realization but the chanting of the holy name. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. This is, as you all know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said this, then entire Guru Shiksha Parampara is talking about this, right? And Prabhupada used to talk about it, and all the Guru Maharaj who are actively preaching and on the path of Prabhupada are repeatedly saying this. So we have no choice but to do this. So let us start with this. Our mantra, whether I can hear it or not, Krishna is there, Krishna can hear it. So please let's chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we will start, and we are very thankful to our founder Acharya of ISKCON, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, for having written these wonderful books and having left this treasure to us, which is coming directly from Krishna and through the Acharya disciplic succession. We are very, very grateful and very, very thankful to him. Hare Krishna. Krishna says that one absorbed in the meditation yoga system is always thinking of. So please understand this. This is coming from the earlier line. And when we are chanting, right, it is ideally we said that you have to keep on hearing. You have to keep hearing the mantra. But Krishna is also saying that this meditational yoga, you need to be always thinking of me. So when you're chanting also, preferably if you can think about his form, that is fantastic. Likewise, whenever you are performing so many activity, like Mataji just mentioned about her experience in the whole day today and yesterday, you have to continuously be thinking about Krishna. When we chant his name with devotion, devotion means bhakti. When we chant his name with devotion, then Krishna is with us. And when Krishna is with us, then what is the possibility of remaining impure? So what does it mean? Please understand this very, very carefully. Please make a note with this. When we chant the name with devotion, devotion means what? It means bhakti. Devotion means bhakti. Then Krishna is with us. Krishna is with us. And when Krishna is with us, then what is the possibility of remaining impure? Now, in these three lines, Prabhupada has revealed a very, very big secret. Prabhupada has revealed a very, very big secret. The problem is that we are just going blind. The open eyes, open ears, we are just going blind. We are not able to absorb it. Chanting the holy name is equivalent to Krishna, personally being present. That is equivalent to the company of Krishna, being there with you. When Krishna is there personally, do you think any study or anyone can remain impure? Not possible. No? So this is what Prabhupada is saying in 2, 3 lines. Here it is looking like 3 lines. It is actually not even 3 lines. It is actually 2 lines in the book. So out of 10,000s of lines, these words have been picked up. And Prabhupada had said very clearly that he has not written these books. These books have been guided to him by Krishna himself. Please understand. Please keep your body language static, Sujata Mataji. Please keep your ears and eyes concentrated. Keep your body language static. Only your pen should be in your hand and your copy should be in your hand. Otherwise, you are missing it out. So many secrets have been revealed. These are all hidden in the book. But the point is, since there are 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 lines, and we keep on reading while sleeping, everything is missed out. Krishna's word, when we are mentioning, it means he is personally present. Once he is personally present, then automatically we become pure. Na? The point is, we do not surrender. And once we do not surrender, we do not accept it. And once we do not accept it, then what can we do? They say na, that you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink. You can't force the horse to drink. Prabhupada is likewise taking us to the nectar and saying, my dear friend, you are pure. But what is our problem? But he said, no, no, how can I become pure? How can I become pure? I am very clear about it that I am not pure. So that is the problem. I hope you are all understanding this point. I have held on over here because it is so important. Bhagavad Gita 6.7. For one who has conquered the mind, for one who has conquered the mind, the super soul is already reached, for he has attained tranquility. So, our technique of conquering the mind has been discussed in length yesterday. 2.5 books we did it again and again, how to conquer the mind, right? Once you have done that, you will always get a feeling of no desire. Once that is there, you will get a feeling of happiness. I have already shared the entire sequence from frequency to almighty, right? And you would have achieved the super soul. You have achieved the super soul. You have achieved, actually, you have achieved mukti while in a waking state. before leaving the body. Hare Krishna. The material world is a sort of lunatic asylum. Lunatic means mad people, mad people. Material world is a sort of lunatic asylum, and we can easily notice that nothing is done very sanely here. Our real business is to get out and enter the kingdom of God. But we are doing everything just to remain in this world and again take birth in this world and again take this birth in this world and keep on doing that. So Prabhupada says that this is a lunatic asylum. Lunatic means a pagal khana. It is a madman's house. Madman house, right? If you go to a madman hospital, what do you see? There is one madman coming and saying, yeah, I'm the president of India. Other one says that I am the prime minister of India, right? Other one says, look, I become a dog, bhow, 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 right? This is outside the hospital also, this is the situation. Because we are actually souls, but we are believing that I am the mother, I am the father, I am the running this company, I am running this business, I am this employee. So we have lost our actual designation. Our real business is to get out and enter the kingdom of God. Okay? So please keep on noting it. If you do not note it, you will lose it out. Please 100% focus. I know some of you will start cooking after some time and this thing will be there in the camera. You are most welcome, no problem. But as long as you are there here, please concentrate. Yoga as body and mind control. Bhagavad Gita 6.36. He whose mind is controlled and strives by right means is assured of success. That is my judgment. This is what Krishna is saying. What happens is, let me tell you, we are not able to listen to the soul. We are always listening to the mind. If your mind is controlled, you are able to listen to the soul. And when you are able to listen to the soul is able to talk to the super soul who is also sitting within you. I hope you have got the point. When you are always listening to the mind, your mind is not under control. When your mind is not under control, you cannot listen to the soul. When you cannot listen to the soul cannot even talk to the super soul. So the entire chain is broken. What is meant by strives by right means? One has to try to follow the four basic regulative principles. You know all of you know the four basic regulative. So those four basic regulative principles basically bring some discipline in you. One should work very moderately. Look, this is what again we have been told by Prabhupada. But we are all working like donkeys. And Prabhupada has reminded us again and again, my dear friend, you are all working like donkeys. So Prabhupada said, one should work very moderately. But what happens? Including everybody, including myself, I'm also a donkey. I also keep on working like a donkey. But Prabhupada said, one should work very moderately. Eat very moderately. Gratify the senses very moderately and keep his life as free from anxiety as possible. Thank you, Gauri Tyagi Mataji, for keeping the camera on. It is really helpful to the person who is speaking. So, eat moderately, gratify the senses moderately, and keep this life as simple as possible. I'm not in any way saying that you don't do your financial planning. Because if you do not do your financial planning, you will have problems subsequently. Because now what is happening, the age of human beings is increasing, medical facility is there. So you have to plan. Please plan properly. I have already done videos on Lakshmi wisdom for children, how children should plan their life. That is for everybody, for parents also. So you can see on the website, I have given how you should plan your life in terms of financial planning. But financial planning has to be done in such a way so that you have got more time for bhakti, so that the money is working for you. And it's not that you should be working for money. Since money will work for you, money will keep on coming, and then you will have more time for bhakti. Bhagavad Gita 6.18, when the yogi, by practice of yoga, disciplines his mental activities and becomes situated in transcendence, devoid of material desire, he is supposed to have attained yoga. So Lord is saying again and again, material desires, please be careful about it. Have spiritual desires, na? Have spiritual desires. Please, Lord, Radha Krishna, please help me to love you. I do not know how to love you. Please give me the desire so that I can cry for you. Please, whenever I leave this body, please, I should come to you directly. You should be burning with this desire, spiritual desire. Once you keep on doing, Krishna will notice you. He said, okay, come. In my entire Vaikunt, it's all empty only. I'm waiting for you people to come back. You are all my children. So this is where it is. He's been waiting for millions and millions of births. But we want to become a pig. We want to become a donkey. We want to become a horse. This is our problem. It is simply that we have to transfer the desire. There is no question of killing desire, as I told you in the earlier presentation. But sometimes Prabhupada is repeating certain things. For desire is a constant companion of the living entity. Krishna consciousness is the process by which one purifies his desires. Instead of desiring so many things for sense gratification, one simply desires things for the service of it. Dovetailing. Okay? For example, you have a feeling that Krishna today would like to have, you know, parantha with butter, right? That is how a desire should come. And then you should go and make butter for Krishna. And for example, tomorrow you have a desire to look, tomorrow I will make a very good kheer for Krishna, kheer. So you said, okay, I will make kheer for Krishna. I'll get very good rice, very good milk. I'll get badam, I'll get kishmish, and then I will boil the milk. I'll keep on standing before the chula, and I'll keep on stirring it so that it doesn't, the density of the stick becomes right. It doesn't get burnt, and you always keep on remembering Krishna. Now Krishna will like it, and when I give it to Krishna, and you look at Krishna, and Krishna, did you like it? Talk to him. Krishna, I have made it. I hope you liked it, right? And Krishna will respond. This is a guarantee which has been given in our parampara. That is where it is. Krishna will definitely respond. Dovetailing his desires to Krishna, then it is to be understood that he has attained perfection of yoga. So we discussed a lot yesterday on dovetailing, right? So this is a master word which has been given to us by our founder Acharya. So please dovetail all your desires, everything with Krishna. Simply breathing deeply and doing some exercise is not yoga. As far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned, a whole purification of the consciousness is required. Okay? Yoga is what? Yoga is basically exercise. Bhakti yoga is means what? It means adding your soul with the super soul. That is Bhakti yoga. Adding your soul with the super soul. That is Bhakti yoga. So you have to do this Bhakti yoga. As a lamp in a windless place does not waver, so the transcendentalist whose mind is controlled, remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendent self. Transcendent self means what? The infinite self. So you have to make your mind controlled. Once your mind is controlled, what happens? Your soul awakens. Once your soul is awakened, then there is a direct communication. There is no traffic jam. There is no sound volume traffic. And you are able to directly listen to Krishna, communicate with Krishna. And that is what is like a lamp in a windless place. Ramante yogino nanante. Their enjoyment is unlimited. That unlimited enjoyment is real happiness. And such happiness is spiritual, not material. So we all know Radha Krishna, they are basically Anand Swarup. Anand Swarup means they are the reservoir of Anand. So spiritual frequency can only lead us to unlimited happiness, nothing else. Okay? Listen, whenever you are feeling disappointed, this has gone wrong, that has gone wrong, there is one secret. Just try to understand whether that lamentation is in any way greater than your lamentation for Krishna. Lamentation for Krishna is the final truth. Na? The fact that no lamentation can be bigger than lamentation for Krishna, desire for Krishna, love for Krishna. It means anything else which happens, even if a nuclear bomb falls and everybody is destroyed, you should say, okay, doesn't matter how it is insignificant. Na? There are billions and billions of planets. All the remaining billions are okay. Na? And Krishna is the cause of all causes. Na? So I have no lamentation because my only lamentation is my lamentation for Krishna, my tears for Krishna. My lamentation is that no tears are coming to in my eyes for Krishna. So in front of this lamentation, any other lamentation is of no consequence. My hand has broken, I can't hear, I can't see. That has got no consequence. No consequence. All useless. Failed in the board exam, no consequence. Because our pure lamentation, our only lamentation is which has got any relevance because of the fact that our birth on this planet is to reach him. That is only objective. That is only lamentation. Once you start comparing these two things, then you will realize that no lamentation has got any relevance. And once you realize that, you are an Anand Swarup and you will always be happy. People will say, "ये तो बंदे को कुछ होता ही नहीं है तो कभी." You are absolutely above it. People are having, "अरे यार उसने ये बोल दिया, he said this, he said that, he was backbiting." Okay, no problem. Please keep on doing. My lamentation is only for Krishna. This is the real meaning of Rama, as in the chant Hare. Rama, Rama means enjoyment through spiritual life. Now, once you get into this, you will start getting the taste. You will start getting the taste. Once you start getting the taste, you are in the right frequency. Once you are in the right frequency, your purity will start happening. Once your purity will start happening, your heart will become soft. Once your heart will start become soft, then your eyes will have tears. You will have goosebumps. Hairs will start rising, like here. This is where it is. But if even after getting this opportunity, I do not take it, then I should be considered my own worst enemy. I am my own worst enemy because my mind is the culprit. My mind has made a bloody fool of me. My mind has made a bloody fool of me. And hence, I am the biggest enemy. My mind is not allowing my soul to also talk to super soul. This is where it is. So mind is acting as a barrier between the soul and the super. For one who has conquered the mind, the super soul is already reached. For he has attained tranquility. To such a man, happiness and distress, heat and cold, honor and dishonor, all are of no consequence. Bhagavad Gita 6.7. I promise you that whatever I'm sharing with you is all coming from the parampara. I have no qualification to say anything. It is Krishna who is speaking, Prabhupada who is speaking. I have absolutely no qualification. Just like you, I am also there. Hare Krishna. A great devotee prays, when will I be able to think of you constantly? Just like Mataji said that she was able to think of Krishna constantly, right? So it means Mataji, when she said she has already climbed to the stairs of greatness just in through one lecture. And I'm sure each one of you have already started thinking. And Prabhupada has used the word great, that you are a great devotee. If Krishna is placed in the front of the mind, there will be no possibility of the enemy entering. Enemy is what? Multiple thoughts of the world. That is the enemy. The sadhu or teacher shows no mercy in using sharp words to sever the student's mind from material attraction. So you must have seen Prabhupada uses very tough words. Sometimes he used to use rascal, and so that he could tell people, look, what your situation is, because time is very less, na? So that is something which we should be very thankful to. Bhagavad Gita 6.6. For he who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his very mind will be the greatest enemy. Greatest enemy. So thoughts of the heart, right? If they are not reaching the Almighty, just because of the barrier known as the mind, then the mind is the biggest enemy. While the thoughts of the mind, of the heart, if they are reaching the Almighty, then the mind is the greatest. Okay? So just imagine how this mind can be dangerous to us as well as a great friend. Yoga has freedom from duality and designation. Material world is world of duality. One has to learn to tolerate such duality. Okay? If the mind is fixed in Krishna consciousness, all these dualities will seem insignificant. I just told you how you can do that, right? Because your lamentation for Krishna is more important than any other lamentation, right? So all these things will seem insignificant, na? Okay, if there is a fire everywhere, let it be there. I am only bothered about Krishna. How is it one can tolerate such duality? Because anything else as compared to Krishna is insignificant. That is how you can tolerate these dualities, na? Bhagavad Gita realization, he acquiring knowledge and realization. Such a person is situated in transcendence and is self-controlled. He sees everything, whether it is a pebble, stone, or gold, as the same. So, what is Lord saying? Lord is saying, please don't be judgmental. Leave that judgmental to my department. You just focus on love and purity of love and focus on me. That is what Lord is saying. So what are we are always tied up. I have to go to IIT, I have to get married, I have to get children, this. Keep on doing that as a part of Karma Yoga, but internally be stable. Internally, you know what your main objective is. Okay? One who truly understands I am not this body will actually reduce his bodily necessities to a minimum. Right? Then when your bodily necessities are reduced to the minimum, automatically your happiness level will increase multiple times. Because all our unhappiness is linked to our bodily need. Na? Air conditioner is not working. Oh my God. Fan is not working. Oh my God. Light has gone. Oh my God. Today it is very hot. Oh my God. Food, there is a lot of salt. Oh my God. So once you are neutral to all these things, right? You have risen above this, then you have nothing else, na? You are looking for Krishna only, na? A person is said to be still further advanced when he regards all the honest well-wishers, friends and enemies, envious, the pious, the sinner, and those who are indifferent and impartial with an equal mind. Means Krishna is again and again and again telling you, no judgment, no judgment, no judgment. No judgment, no judgment, no judgment. And what we do most of our time, we have judgment. If we see a movie, we have a judgment. If we see a friend, we have a judgment. Our mind is a constant calculator, calculating machine, calculator. Cut, 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 cut. Our mind is constantly making a calculation. Our mind is constantly making a calculation. This is where it is. So, Lord is saying, no judgment, my dear friend. That is not your job. In actuality, of the stage, all the actors are friends. Off the stage, Lord is saying, all of you are friends, no enmity, don't worry about it. Now, Lord has talked about in this book, and Prabhupada has quoted him about the fate of the unsuccessful yogis. Right? People like me are unsuccessful yogis. Unsuccessful yogi, after many, many years of enjoyment on the planet of the pious living entities, is born into a family of righteous people, or into a family of rich aristocracy, or he takes his birth in a family of transcendentalists like Brahman family, all that, or Rishi Muni, who are surely great in wisdom. Verily, such a birth is rare in the world. But that is not our objective. We need to move ahead. Krishna simply wants to see that we are sincere. One who takes shelter under the lotus feet of the Lord sees this material world simply as a place of danger. And what is our problem? We see it is the most comfortable and most safe place. And Prabhupada is saying what? Oh, my dear friend, please wake up. This is a place of danger. This whole place is a place of danger, whether it is your house or your office or anywhere. The moment you start getting comfortable with it, you will have a problem. No, so much clarity is there. So they are saying this is a jail, and the head of the prison department is name of Durga Devi, who sits on a lion, right, with 10 hands. Durga Devi is the head of the prison. She's the prison warden. You please leave this place and come to Vaikuntha. This is what it is. Okay? Yoga as re-establishing relationship with Krishna. The absolute truth is realized in three stages: impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and ultimate Bhagavan. Okay? Impersonal Brahman, which is there everywhere in the universe, localized Paramatma, right? Param Atma is there along with our soul in each one of us, and ultimately Bhagavan, who is in the form of Krishna. One may take Vanaprastha order that is, he leaves the home and children and travels with his wife to holy places of pilgrimage. Finally, he gives up both the wife and children and remains alone to cultivate Krishna consciousness. And that stage is called sannyas. He who is actually in knowledge surrenders onto knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. So Prabhupada is quoting Bhagavad Gita 7.19 in terms of who is the perfect yogi. Perfect yogi is the person who understands this very clearly and accepts it that he is the cause of all causes. When you know he is the cause of all causes, then why have any judgment? Don't get into this. This is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, this is right. Don't get into it. And of all the yogis, he who always abides in me with great faith, I have great confidence, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, loving service, loving service, loving service, loving service. Service, service, service is wrong, 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 wrong. It has to be loving, 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 loving. Is most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. So Krishna is saying, if you do not love me, I do not know you. So if you want to really have Krishna look into you, see you, please have the bhav. Bhav is very important and love for Krishna is very important. And Krishna said that is the highest. Karma yoga without expecting any fruitive results is the beginning of this path. When karma yoga increases in knowledge and renunciation, that stage is known as Gyan yoga. We discussed this yesterday. When Gyan yoga increases in meditation on the super soul by different physical processes and the mind on him, this is known as Astang yoga. And when one surpasses Astang yoga and comes to worship the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna, that is known as Bhakti yoga. That is a culmination. And Prabhupada has told us very clearly, please, my dear friends, please go and climb the stairs and reach Bhakti yoga straight away. Focus on Bhakti yoga straight away. Okay? Finally, Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate. Remember this very, 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 very clearly. Many people are stuck in Karma Yoga. Many people are stuck in Jnana Yoga. Please remember, we have been told very, very clearly, Bhakti Yoga is ultimate. So don't confuse yourself on that. If one is fortunate enough to come to the point of Bhakti Yoga, Krishna consciousness, it is to be understood that he has surpassed all other yogas. Okay? So when you have to anyway go to the top floor, take the lift, na. Why spend 2 years, 10 years, 20 years in the first floor, then second floor, then third floor? Go to the top floor. Whatever, anything you have to do in your duties, you keep on doing on auto mode. But focus is day one. My love for Krishna, that is where it is. Krishna consciousness is the last link in the yogic chain, a link that binds the Supreme Person, Lord Shri Krishna. Without this final link, the chain is practically useless. What is Prabhupada saying? You spend all your life doing Karma Yoga, spend so much of time doing Gyan Yoga. But my dear friend, if you have not reached Bhakti Yoga, this entire time was all ZERO. ZERO. All wasted. If Bhakti Yoga is not getting into love for Krishna, Gyan Yoga is not getting into love for Krishna, it is no use. If Karam Yoga is not getting into love for Krishna, it is no use. So just imagine how much clarity it has been given to us. Okay? Those who are truly interested in the perfection of the yoga process should immediately take to Krishna consciousness by chanting the Hare Krishna, understanding Bhagavad Gita, and rendering service to Krishna through the society of Krishna consciousness, and thereby surpassing all other systems and attain the ultimate yoga. The yoga, the love for Krishna, love of Krishna. Ultimate goal of all yoga, love of Krishna. Ultimate goal of all yoga, love of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'll request you, if you have any questions, to kindly please ask the questions before we go to Brahma Samhita. You are most welcome to please ask any questions because now we are going to go non-stop with Brahma Samhita, the most valuable book in this universe, one of the most valuable books in this universe. Yeah, please raise your hand, those who want to ask the question. Has the screen been shared? Can you see the screen? Brahma Samhita is there?
Yes, Prabhuji, the screen is visible.
Brahma Samhita is there, oh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Why
Hare Krishna
can't I
Prabhuji.
see it? Yeah, Hare Krishna. Huh?
Dandot Pranam Prabhuji.
Yeah, Vamsi Gopal Krishna Prabhu from Pune. Yes,
Prabhuji,
sir.
thank you very much for coming down to our level and explaining at our level. So it is giving a very big insight to us, Prabhuji. So thank you very much, and your voice and your way of explanation and the way you are giving examples, at least it is crystal clear to me. But Prabhuji, while going through your recent book of yoga, Perfection of Yoga, so I have I mean, please correct me if my understanding is wrong. So we are doing malas, right? Japa. So, and I mean, we were told that whether the mind is wavering or whatever it may be, so you try to do as much as possible in Krishna consciousness, or you take the meaning of 10.8 to 10.11 or 18.65 sloka meaning, so that you will feel more intense while doing chanting. So I mean, I just want to correlate this particular thing with yoga. So ultimately, in yoga, also some sort of meditation or some sort of thing is happening. And while doing mala, if at all we are trying to put our concentration on mala, so we are taking the past references of Lord's what is it, pastimes, or the lessons from Gita, right? So, I mean, is there any connection in these two, or I mean, that is a separate thing and this is separate? I just want to know the clarity whether there is any connection or disconnection.
Look, it's very simple. Uh, what happens is that whenever you basically get into the process and when you start the process of chanting, at that point of time, to make it simple for you and to make you be more encouraged, things which are shared with you are probably more simple. Okay. And as you spend more time into it, then the self-realization start coming and you move forward. There are two, three things which are very, very important. Number one is that you should be in a position to hear the Krishna Nam. Krishna. It is very important to hear. Hear the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you should be able to hear. Each and every word, if you are not hearing, it means absence of Krishna is cancelled. If you're not hearing the name of Krishna, the Mahamantra, then the absence of Krishna is not there. Once it comes from the ear, it enters into your mind and then it goes down into your heart. Your heart becomes softer. The more it becomes softer, it becomes purer. The more it becomes purer, the soul becomes more comfortable. So once the soul becomes more comfortable, the soul is more purer. So once it more becomes more purer, it becomes more closer to Krishna. So that is where it is. And when you are chanting, try to visualize the form of Krishna. And that is totally now up to you and your relationship with Krishna. You want to remember his form, his Leela, whatever you want to do, it is fine. It should be something that you should be having the conviction that at the end of it, your relationship with Krishna is growing close. If you are not having that relationship, then please make it a point, as I shared with you, to talk to Krishna. That is your prayer. And then he will talk back to you, right? So whatever you do it, dovetail it in such a way that there is a feeling of love over there. If love is not there, then it will not help. Prabhupada has said that. We have gone through these three, four books. Prabhupada has mentioned that very clearly. And Krishna himself is talking about anything, whatever you're doing for me, if it is not having love, it is no consequence. Otherwise, we can just open the tape recorder and it will keep on chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Tape recorder will keep on chanting. What is the requirement for me to say? I'll just do the mala like this, and I'll keep on hearing. But I have to say that, and from my mouth, it is like your mother cooking for you, right? You can get it from Zomato, na? But when your mother cooks, there's a different taste, na? And then you say, oh my God, this is the taste. Likewise, Krishna also realizes the taste. So putting the machine on is good. There is no harm in that. But that is like Zomato, no? Hare Krishna. I hope
Right.
I was able to answer.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Jai Prakash Prabhu from Raipur. Thank you for asking. Yeah, Prabhu. Yeah, unmute the Jai Prakash. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dana Pranam. Prabhuji, we've learned that there are different yoga systems like Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and Bhakti. And we can directly go on to do Bhakti by the mercy of Vaishnavas and by knowing more about it. So you said that there are different levels of realization. So just as there is impersonal Brahma, localized Paramatma realization, Bhagwan realization. So that happens in stages, or we can realize Bhagwan as it is directly also. Matlab, just as we can do bhakti directly, can we realize Bhagwan directly, or it happens in stages like impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma?
First thing, understand one thing very clearly. Krishna is very, 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 very merciful. Krishna is waiting for you. Okay. Though our parampara has given that 9-step process, chanting, hearing, all that process is there, offering, deity, worship, all those things are there, 9, right? That is all there. That is all there, right? But try to understand Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. Look at their examples, na? What did Narad Muni told him? He told him, na, ki no, you're too young, wait, become 20, 21 years and then go. He said, no, it's my way or highway. I'm going. Then Narad Muni said, okay, 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 wait. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Take this. Right? So Krishna is waiting for you. Even a Gajendra, an animal who has no knowledge, nothing, right? He remembered his past birth and he cried for Krishna. Krishna came, na? The point is, our parampara has told the system very clear. 9-step process has already been given, right? But nobody is stopping you from being a Dhruv Maharaj, na? Nobody is stopping you from being a Prahlad Maharaj. Now, who is stopping you? Because Krishna is there in each one of us. He is sitting in each one of us. Param Atma is there in each one of us, looking for when I am going to talk to him. He is waiting. The difference between you and Param Atma is not even 0.0001 micron. He is inside you, na? Because he is inside you. And Prabhupada said that, na, I can see him more clearly than any one of you. So he has told this not for his own personal consumption. He has told this for your consumption. And he has said that, na, each one of you is a teacher, each one of you is a guru. He has empowered all of you, all my disciples, all are gurus. Go. Feel empowered. Don't look upon yourself as anything small. You are all children of Krishna directly and have been blessed by Prabhupada. Our problem is our mind is the barrier. Or red light ye mind pe hi hai. That is, the red light is in the mind only. That's the barrier. I hope I was clear on this. Is it clear? Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.